You're welcome. How you doing, Jason?
I'm doing really well. How are you doing?
We're doing wonderful.
Fantastic. You sound great. I was just enjoying the groove backstage. Guys, give it up, please, for Loud and Swing. So, hi. How many of you have never been to one of these before? All right, welcome. My name's Jason. I'm sure you've already had the chance to lean over to somebody near you and go, who's that guy? I had some music on the show. I'm lucky enough to get asked to come play a show once in a while and host Fridays. And I always say yes because it's such a fun gig and a fun crowd. So this is my concert.
Yay!
This is my, all right, calm down. This is my Q&A session, also my concert. We call it a quancert. And if you laughed at that, this is gonna go well. Yeah, I'm gonna play a couple songs and happy to answer some questions. There you go. What, did somebody say something? I promise that I will not drift anywhere. Stay right here.
When the night is come, the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Ooh, stand now. Stand by me. In the sky we look upon, tumble and fall. Oh, the mountain should crumble to the sea. I won't cry, I won't cry. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Ooh, stand now. Stand by me. If ever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Ooh, stand now. Stand by me. Sitting in the morning sun, I'm seated when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, then watch them roll away again. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Left my home in Georgia, headed down the freeway. Frisco Bay. I had nothing to live for. Look like nothing's gonna come my way, so I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Look like nothing's gonna change. Every day still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Yeah, sitting here resting my bones. Loneliness won't leave me alone. Yeah, 2,000 miles I rode just to make this dock my home. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, wasting time. People say I'm the life of the party, 'cause I tell a joke or two. Although I might be laughing aloud and hard, deep inside I'm blue. So take a good look at my face and see my smile looks out of there. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my teeth. Since you left me, if you see me with another girl, looks like we're having fun. Although she might be cute, she's just a substitute, 'cause you're a permanent one. So take a good look at my face, see my smile looks out of place. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my teeth. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Do. People get ready, there's a train coming. You don't need no ticket, you just get on board. All you need is faith, the diesel's humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Do. Cupid, draw back your bow and let go. Straight to my love's heart for me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let go and fly. Straight to my love's heart for me. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Thank you. I know that was kind of a long song, but I just finished writing it, so I felt like I just wanted to try it out. I was a little nervous. I didn't know if I'd remember all the lyrics because they're so new. Because I just wrote them.
Is that the man's medley?
Yeah.
The
Hi.
man's medley? No.
That too. How many of y'all are from New Orleans? Do both of you live close to here, or? For sure it does. I think. All right.
Heart on the run, keeps a hand on the gun. You can't trust anyone. And I was so sure what I needed was more. Tried to shoot out the sun. Days when we raged, we blew off the page. Such damage was done. I made it through, 'cause somebody knew I was meant for someone. So girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room. 'Cause someone needs medical help, or the magnolias bloom. Cold in this house, and I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up, I know you're enough to use me for good. Put your faith to the test when I tore off your dress, Richmond all high. And I sobered up, yeah, I swore off that stuff forever this time. And your lover's scene, I thought it'd be me, helped him get home. Home was a place, one that I'd never seen till you came along. So girl, hang your dress up to dry. We ain't leaving this room. To Percy Priest, break open wide and the river runs through. Carries this house on a stone like a piece of driftwood. So cover me up, I know you're enough to use me for good. So girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room. Someone needs medical help, or the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house, I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up, I know you're enough to use me for good. You cover me up, I know you're enough to use me for good. Cover me up, I know you're enough to use me for good.
You have a big spotlight on you. Do you have a question?
I do.
Okay.
I hear there's a really cool venue in Bowling Green, Virginia called the Heist.
Who told you that?
Little Birdie told me.
All right.
Nancy. It was Nancy.
I love the question so far.
Yeah. Do you think maybe next time you get someone from overseas to play, it can be when it's a little bit warmer? Or is December kind of the month for
Now,
special guests?
is it okay if I answer your question with a question?
Okay, Jason.
When you say someone, do you mean a very specific person?
Someone from overseas that usually comes, and it's usually in December.
Right.
That you bring
But do
your
you
buddy.
mean Paul Corella? Yeah. Paul, let me tell you a little secret about Paul Corella. Paul Corella loves him some Christmas. And Bowling Green does Christmas right, because we're a tiny little town in the South, and we love us some Christmas. So, we're two or 3 years running. He tries to get there in time to help us pick our Christmas tree. So I don't know. I mean, is it possible that he would come back in the summer sometime? Yes. I mean, we have done like a East Coast tour in the summer, and that was really fun. So I think we certainly do that again, perhaps. But I think chances are you'll find Paul in Virginia in December. I think from here on out. I think that's the deal.
Yeah, I mean, it was great having the Christmas parade go by.
Yeah.
Last time, that was great.
So, for those of you who don't know, I grew up in Bowling Green, Virginia, which is a really, really tiny little town. After I graduated college, I moved to Los Angeles, and I was in LA for like 15 years. And then about 5 years ago, I moved home, and my family and I opened up. I mean, the 5-year-old didn't do much, I'll say that. But we opened up a little music venue in Bowling Green. It's called The Heist. It's in an old bank building. And we did a big remodel, and the vault is behind the bar. And it's a really cool, vibey, small music venue for a small town. So if anybody's near from going through Virginia, please come visit us at The Heist. And my buddy Paul Corella, who's a really great singer-songwriter from Scotland, I go over and tour with him once a year. He usually comes over and tours with me. And if any of you guys are going to see Loudon Swain in Europe, Paul will be with them on that leg. Yeah, so he comes over in December and plays shows. And she's asking me to move that to the summer so that you will have better weather. And I get it. She's gonna have to take it up with Paul. If Paul tells me that you told him that he had to play in the summer, I will book him in the summer. But I think he loves Christmas.
I'll take a PB&J tour.
All right, I'll work on that.
I have a sound request. Have soul, and since you didn't do Drift Away during your stage yet, Michelle wants to hear Drift Away, please.
Okay. Well, I will play soul, and I will play Drift Away in my man's cave. Okay. So I've got a meet and greet thing. We call it a man's cave. It's a meet and greet. But I bring a guitar and I play songs. So if anybody's interested in that. And sometimes I get requests that are like, hey, I'd really love to hear you sing this song. And it's a song that I don't know. And I'm not going to sing it in front of new people because I'm definitely going to mess it up. And then the new people will be like, he doesn't know what he's doing. But if you come to a man's cave, I'll look it up on my phone. And I don't mind messing up in front of 5 or 10 people. 20 or 30, it's just too much.
I mean, like, I get it.
Let me ask you another question. How's that song start?
Something's missing there.
Take a good
That's it. Thank you. I knew how it started. I just wanted to make sure that you knew. Because if you were asking for it specifically, I was like,
Been hanging out with
you
Ron
better.
too much.
That's my all-time favorite Jason Mann song.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, I knew it, I didn't.
I mean, there's no room.
Take a good look, lift your head up, baby. Bang your drums so everyone can hear. Come on and ride with me, I'll watch you change from blue to green. Do you see yourself back in the mirror? Baby, got soul, you don't have to let this world take control. Lay your head down. Surely made you weary. You don't leave until the party ends. Come on and be with me. Leave the scene. I wanna see if you and me find out just what's back behind the bed. Baby, got soul. You don't have to let this world take control. Lay your hand down. Baby, I know. I know you got soul.
Thank you. Thank you for the request.
Another Monday morning, sea of gray when it comes. Briefcases trudging to work, but somehow she just floats. Train doors slide open, stern faces hiding. The time they open, everybody's smiling. The streets light up wherever she goes. She don't know just how it flows. The streets light up wherever she goes. She doesn't know. Butterfly might be October, but the man said the sky is gray. If you get to know her, still swear that it's May. Sure just where she's going, clear just where she's been. The faces see glow, every mouth has The streets light up wherever she goes. She doesn't know. Butterfly in the city. Butterfly in the city.
Thank you. Somebody over there making all that racket. Just kidding.
It wasn't me for once.
Sure. Do you have a question?
I do.
Would you like to ask that question?
I would, sorry. It's
Right now?
right here, it's a little difficult to hear you from the stage, but yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
I suppose. If you are flipping through the TV channels, you know, on a Saturday, not really caring, doing other stuff, and you see that a movie is on the guide, and you're like, well, this is what I'm doing for the next 2 hours. What movie is that? Do you have any? Like mine's The Replacements.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Watch it.
For that scenario to transpire, you would have to be in the year 2008. Yeah, the chances of me scrolling through the television channels and finding a movie that I can watch uninterrupted for 2 whole hours, those days are behind me and really far away in front of me, I think. It would probably be a movie that I forget that I love. You know what I mean? So like I love Braveheart, but I'll watch Braveheart if I'm in the mood for Braveheart. And I love, you know, some random classic comedy stuff, and I'll just go watch it. Usually it's a movie that I'll flip past it and I'll go, wait, was that the? And I'll flip back and I'll watch it for a couple minutes, and then I'll like flip again. I'll be like, okay, and then I'll just put it on, and then it'll be on until it's over. And I find that with some sci-fi movies, because I feel like I usually either want action or I want comedy, generally speaking, and so I won't necessarily go pick a sci-fi movie to put on, but if I flip past it, Serenity. Yes. You know that one? I knew nothing about the show. I knew nothing about, you know, anything when I first saw that movie, and I was just like, I love that movie. And then obviously went back and watched all the shows. But also The Fifth Element. Yes. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Where like you flip past it, and you're like, wait, I think I really liked that when I saw it. So yeah, that's the answer. And I think both of those were out by 2008, so yeah, that might be another reason why I answer with those two.
Yeah, and your request for New Jersey, because I know you need to prepare for it possibly.
Okay.
For what it's worth, because I know you said you need Billy for it, so.
I do, yeah. Maybe I can rope him into joining me for like the last song of the set in Jersey. That's a good idea.
And then just for conversation, what movie do you wish your kids never will watch again?
Oh, so many. I've now moved through the phase, and now I'm back to like, hey guys, put the video game down. Like, just watch a movie. You can even watch Frozen. I don't care. I'll sing it with you.
You will let it go.
Yeah, that's probably.
When your baby leaves you all alone, and there's nothing calling you on the phone, don't you feel feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Here I am, honey. Come on, cry to me. When you're all alone in your lonely room, and there's nothing but the smell of your perfume. Don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Here I am, honey. Come on, cry to me. Oh, nothing sad like glass of wine alone. Loneliness is such a waste of time. Oh yeah, you don't have to walk alone. Oh, you see, so come on and take my hand and walk with me. When you're waiting for a voice to come in the night, there's no one. Don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Here I am, honey. Come on, cry to me. Don't you feel like crying? Cry, 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 cry to me.
Thank you. I'm trying to play a concert here. Just kidding. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm really glad that you laughed at that. Because after I said it, I thought, oh no.
Actually, it was a perfect song that made me think of a question. So
Okay.
I was just wondering if your son still beatboxes.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to give a little backstory to why I'm stuttering right now. My son is 5 now. And when he was almost 1, I had been on like a 2 or 3 week tour, and I came home, and he was, I don't know, cutting a tooth or something. And he was just fired up. And it was nap time, trying to get a bottle ready, trying to do a bunch of stuff. There was a lot of things happening. And he's just fired up, crying, making a ruckus. And so I picked him up, and I was trying to just distract him. And I started going, and he started laughing really hard. And so then I went, he starts dying laughing. So my wife picks up the phone and starts recording, obviously, like you do. And I do it a couple more times. He's dying laughing. He's laughing so hard, he's making me laugh so hard that I'm messing up. And it was just a moment. It was a really fun dad moment. And towards the end of it, you know, I'm holding him like this and I'm beatboxing, and he's kind of laughing, he's kind of throwing his head back and laughing. And then he looks at me and decides that he's gonna beatbox. And he, obviously, he can't, you know. He can't hang with me, come on. I'm kidding, no, he tries to do it, and he just goes, and just spits directly in my face. And it was hilarious. And thankfully, you know, we got the whole thing on camera. And so, you know, I posted a cute little thing to my Instagram, and didn't really think much of it, you know. Got a couple of text messages, a couple of emails, like, hey, that was really cute. Like right after I posted it, which is pretty weird because that stuff doesn't, it's like it hits everybody at the same time, you know. And then I got a phone call or an email or something that was like, hey, we're a so-and-so marketing firm and we monitor these things and we think this thing's gonna blow up and we want to ask your permission to send it to places or whatever. And I was like, sure, go ahead. Yeah. And then like a day later or 2 days later, it was on the Today Show, and it was on, I was getting emails from like Spain and Portugal and France and Germany and England and, you know, everywhere that were like, you were on TV today. I mean, I love that this is the case, and I mean it sincerely, because it was a moment of just unbridled joy that brought unbridled joy to apparently hundreds of millions of people. And I love that that was what that was. Even though it was dad from Virginia with his son and not musician Jason Mans. Because I mean, why would I want 100 million people to go like, oh, that guy's really, oh, he makes music. Oh, I should go look. No, I don't want, not this guy. No, sir.
I believe you say you don't
Keep
want
it
the
separate. No, but it was really funny, and it does still make the rounds once in a while. It pops up on a feed or something, and I'm like, that's me, but I don't want to. No, usually it pops up on a feed, and I find out about it by someone else tagging it and going, that's Jason Mans, you know? And I'm like, no, stop, it's fine, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I don't know, beatboxing baby or something like that. It was a really, really fun moment. It's fun to be involved in something like that that has no purpose other than just spreading some joy. And it's also fun to get like messages from my buddy from 4th grade that I haven't seen in not that long. But yeah, it was a fun moment. And he doesn't really beatbox that much, but once in a while he'll give it a shot. Because, do you guys know who Blake Lewis is? American Idol guy, and he's a good buddy of mine. And we're doing a little festival in Germany in May, and he comes over for that. But he's like a one-man band guy. He does recording and he does beatboxing, like competitive beatboxing, where they make all the different noises and do the crazy sound effects and stuff. And we were on tour one time, and I was like, you gotta show my kids what real beatboxing is, because they think it's super cool that I can just and then he did it, and they were like, that's so crazy, how do you make those noises? That's bonkers. And so then he taught them, which is now how I teach kids if they, for some reason, come to me for beatboxing lessons. You'd be surprised how often it happens. He would say boots and cats. And so they'd go boots and cats. And he'd say, and I'll say it a bunch of times, and they'd say boots and cats. He goes, now put an and in between both of them. Boots and cats and boots and cats. And then they say it. And then he's like, speed it up, and then don't say the middle part of the word. So they go boots and cats and 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 boots and cats. But then they forget eventually all of the instructions, like kids do, and they'll just run around the house going, boots and cats, I'm beatboxing, boots and cats. No, that's not.
Okay, that's amazing.
You had it for a minute, but then you lost it. We'll get Blake back.
Sometimes you call me your baby. Sometimes you call me your track me down. Never gonna have to look me up, oh no. You're never gonna have to worry about my love. I'm the one to see it through. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be there for you. I'm the one to sing to you. Just another number that I wrote for you. I'm the one to see it through. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be there for you. I'm the one to sing to you. Just another number that I wrote for you. Wanna sell 1 million records, 'cause I don't want the fame. Yeah, yeah. I don't care if no one knows my name. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, when the sun goes down, I promise you that I will be around. You're never gonna have to worry about my love. Oh no, I'm the one to see it through. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be there for you. I'm the one to sing to you. Just another number that I wrote for you. I'm the one to see it through. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be there for you. I'm the one to sing to you. Just another number that I wrote for you.
Thank you. I'm going to take a sip of water now. Thank you. Thank you again. It's important to stay hydrated. That was, you need to stop it. It's an awkward pause when you take a sip of water. So I just find it better to just explain what's going to happen so that no one's surprised or nervous in the ensuing silence. I just find that goes the best.
Do you need a lens cloth?
I do, but I'll just do it after, because that would be an amazingly boring silence. Because not everybody wears glasses, so they won't even get it, you know what I mean?
Have to get it.
No, you got me leading, got me down on my knees. Wanna get in my way, you've got me begging, please. Never matters what I'm doing, 'cause I'll just wait for you. Whoa. No, you got me down, down. No, you got me down, down. I can leave it spinning, drop it all when you say, yeah, you know I love my station, better situation. I've got just what I'm after, 'cause all I want is you. You know you got me down, down. No, you got me down, down.
give it up for Norton Latambo. There's just one thing that's missing in this world. I think it's more Tambo solos.
No, you got me down, down. No, you got me down, down. No, you got me down, oh, down, down.
That was very fun. Thank you, fellas. Were you guys just coming out to jam? That was just do a,
Yeah.
we just do a show? Like,
Yeah.
just play?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was the politest hook we could find.
We got David Hayden Jones and Gil McKinney.
We got celebrities around. Shh.
Where?
But don't tell them yet, because I have to say it. Yeah. So listen, our next two guests, ladies and gentlemen, they really, I mean, to be honest with you, they need no introduction. We may need to moderate a little more closely. You guys, not these guys.
That's why we're so far back.
Because you tell them where to go and they just go. And I've seen it happen, and I appreciate it, and I'm really looking forward to it because it's always very entertaining. Ladies and gentlemen,